Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points of Red Scorpions, Primaris Space Marines. They're a standalone army now on the channel, no longer requiring help from the Imperial Fists. So 2,000 points of them, with units freshly painted up and delivered by Siege Studios. They'll be up against the Chaos Space Marines here, Abaddon and the Black Legion. So 2,000 points of Red Scorpions. We have discussed this lineup here, and perhaps in haste, but eager for war, we're going to do this as the opening battle for our Season 13 battle reports. So, disadvantages and advantages for both of us. Disadvantage for me is I'm yet to use this new list and new models, just throwing them straight in, but that happens at times. You just have to put an army together and throw it into a war. The war's not going to wait for you. And then for Mike, he's fresh against this Red Scorpions list here, so he hasn't faced it yet at its full strength and capability. So we're going to go ahead with this anyway. So to add to the pressure here in this game, this will be the opening battle. And I think it's fitting, Imperium versus Chaos, here for the first battle of our Season 13 League. So to follow the League, we are going to split the games between regular YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership. So if you want to see all the battles for our League for Season 13, then do join us on YouTube channel membership. That's an Aspect Warrior level or above. Most people sporting Aspect Warrior level. When you join it at that level, it unlocks all the bonus content that we create, all the extra battle reports, the other types of videos that we do. It's all here on YouTube, so you don't have to go anywhere else to see the extra content. It's all here contained for you on YouTube. And when you see the members-only battle reports and videos, you can just go ahead and watch them once you're at Aspect Warrior level or above. So you can join us. I'm going to call out 5 more names here, people that have signed up and joined. That's Matthew Longdon, Automic, Jonathan Ramirez, Tony Jarvis, and Topher Johnson. So big thanks to them for their support. They're all Aspect Warriors that have joined us on channel membership. So link below, or you can go to channel homepage and hit the join button. And when you join, it does support us here on the channel. We can't exist without your help and support, and then we can reward you with extra content through channel membership. So for the Red Scorpions, we're going for the Gladius Task Force as the detachment for these. And then in no particular order, we'll start with the Army Commander. So it is Captain Gravis Armour, Captain Diotrephes. I have enough points just about to give him Artificer Armour. So 5+ Feel No Pain and a 2-up armour save being granted to him. We have a regular Lieutenant across here, taking the Bolter option for him. Then we have an Apothecary across here. 5 intercessors, regular intercessors with a grenade launcher. 2 squads of inceptors with their assault bolters. 2 blocks of aggressors, both going for the Dakar option with each of those. 2 squads of 6. Then we have an Infernos squad, full squad of 10. Redemptor Dreadnought with a Macroplasma Incinerator. And then we do have tank support here. 2 Gladiator Lancers. I've been very much looking forward to having these in the list and on the channel. So 2 of those being taken. Fragstorm grenade launchers on the sponsons of those. And then the main anti-tank gun on top. Then finally, Hellblasters boosted to a full squad of 10 of those. And we mentioned the Apothecary already. So across here, I've got 2 models. The final model on the list is the Tech Marine. This is as far as I've got with him. Doesn't look that great. It's a beautiful sculpt though from Games Workshop. Really do like the model. So just for the look on the board, I'm just going to take a Lieutenant model, same size base. So he'll be a stand-in model for the Tech Marine in this game. Just visually it looks better on the board. And he'll wander around, probably hanging around with the Lancers and Dreadnought just to keep them in good order. So that's the list here for the Red Scorpions. Great to see them finally as a standalone force, not relying on their Imperial Fist brethren. So the vast majority of these models have been pro-painted by Siege Studios. You can get in touch with them for your own painting commission work, but they really have done a fantastic job of these. Big shout out to them. They've done a brilliant job. Most of the models are painted to bronze level, which is superb, but they go up in the levels if you want extra work done and extra time taken with them. But link below for Siege Studios. So Red Scorpion list ready to go. At Army Commander, which will be Captain Darchphase, is one of our Phoenix stores. It's Midnight Miniatures. And then we have a Sub Commander who will be the Lieutenant, I think, in this game. That's Alexander Stillwar. And then we'll call upon 5 gold level Patreons here in this battle. We'll use their dice at some critical point during the game. And that's Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, Midnight Miniatures, Chris Heim, Maxfield Knuckles, and Nicholas Lucas. That's the army ready to go. We'll take a look at the Black Legion next. All right, 2,000 points of Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. We'll let Mike run through his list.
Okay, so I'm just going to start left to right, make it easy. So I have 5 War Talents. I've reduced them from 10 to 5 to fit some other stuff in. I'm running 2 Forge Fiends. They will be running 3 Ectoplasm Cannons. As I've been talked into doing many times from people online and people back here, staying with the 10 Terminators in Abaddon. I'm running 2 units of 10 Chaos Cultists. I'm running a Demon Prince with wings, 6 bikes, 5 bikes and a rider.
Mike said he's left a bike at home, so he's borrowed an oval-shaped base here. It's we're going to say it's a Dark Mechanicum Cavalryman here, just to make up the numbers. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So Chaos Lord, who will be running with 10 Chosen in a Rhino. Now, there is marks to be had, so they'll be running the Mark of Nurgle. They're undivided. Mark of Corn, because I've given him the upgrade, the Talisman of Burning Blood. And I don't think there's any other upgrades to be had. I think they were, I need to double check the list, but I think they're Slanesh along with these boys, because I can regenerate the model back.
Yep.
Sorry, Zinch. Zinch for these, Slanesh for these, that's what it was for the advance and charge.
Yep.
They have to run undivided along with the Rhino undivided.
And the
Chaos Sword will be
Chaos
undivided
Sword as well. Okay. Mike's borrowed my tokens here for the Alpha Legion, makes sense. Same detachment. Pact Bound Zealots is the detachment. You're meant to give units markings or marks of chaos. So we're going Nurgle on these 2, Nurgle on the Cultists, both squads. Add Zinch here on the Bikers, and then Slanesh here on the Warp Talons. And then units that don't have a marker, here, and the Terminators is Chaos Undivided. So don't have a marker for them. They'll just get the standard Chaos Undivided.
Yeah. Games Workshop, make him all the marks again.
Yeah, so Mike laments the loss of the rules were better for him previously. He took all the marks.
Better,
so he could pick
so
and
much
choose.
better 9th, but 10th, at least he started off with all the marks. So he had access to all the full abilities of Pac-Man Zealots, where you get the bonuses for having the mark. Now he's restricted.
He's bound in chains of rules updates, waiting for the day that he can break free. That's the list here for the Black Legion. We have Commander and Sub-Commander, so it's BPP Wargaming will be the Commander in charge, one of our Phoenix Lords. That's going to go on to the Abaddon. Second in command, I guess, is him.
Chaos Lord,
The Chaos Lord. That's going to be Justin Courtba here in this battle. And then we have support for Mike coming with 5 of the gold level Patreons. That's Sparks, Martin, Vagabond, and then Michael German, Chaos Space Marine player, the near side who plays Chaos Demons, and then Joe Ashforth who plays Chaos Space Marines and Red Corsairs. So we'll use those dice at some critical point during the game. So that's the list here for the Chaos Space Marines. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. All right, so we have a scenario for this battle. It's tipping point for the deployment zone, so we're fighting from end to end, like so, sort of stepped deployment for the armies. And then the mission rule is adapt or die, and then terraform for the primary mission. So for tipping point, fighting from end to end, Mike's at this end of the board marked by the green dice, and then the yellow Imperial Fist dice. So we'll use those for the Imperial Fists in this game, marking their deployment zone. There's 5 objectives on the board. 1 dead center, which we've put right in the center there of the warp portal. And then we have 4 others on the board. 2 more in no man's land. 1 here, just the other side of that barricade. 1 across the other side in the open. Then 1 inside Mike's deployment zone, just upstairs. We're going to measure out from the bottom, so it's not going to be a disadvantage for units to be downstairs. They'll still get the same measurement to be in range of that. And then the home objective is just tucked in here for the Red Scorpions. So we'll mention the mission rule first of all. Adapt or die. Twice during the game, you can take one of your secondary mission cards. You can draw an extra secondary mission card, and then you can pick either of those 2, and the one that you discard is reshuffled back into the deck. That's why I've put these markings here, just to try and help us remember during the game. We've got 2 goes each at using that. It's just an extra possibility of drawing. Having better options for the secondaries as they come through. Both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondary missions. And then for the primary mission is terraform. So turn 2 onwards, for each objective marker that you control, any of the objective markers on the board is worth 4 victory points, up to a maximum of 15 points per turn. So good spread and a good control of objectives important in this turn. And then you get 2 victory points for each objective marker that you have terraformed during the battle. So for terraforming, it is an action that's performed in your shooting phase. You take a unit that is on an objective and in control of that objective marker, and then in your shooting phase you declare that you're going to terraform that objective. You then have to sit there and survive on that objective and control it through to the end of your opponent's turn. Then at the end of your opponent's turn, you will have terraformed that objective. It's worth 2 points. Now, perhaps there's different ways to interpret this. We reckon that each objective marker can only be terraformed once by 1 army during the game, so it's a bit of a race to terraform these objectives. You can terraform multiple objectives in the same turn, so you could have 2 units, a unit on each of these no man's land objectives, for example, and you could technically terraform both, or 3, and so on. During the battle. So a race to pick up some points, only 2 points per objective. It's not a major part of this battle. Board control, objective control is big, and I think secondary is going to play a major part here in this battle as well. But that's the mission here for terraform, and then the adapt or die mission rule. We're going to mention terrain at this stage. So we're going to play obscuring terrain and seal buildings and containers. So this whole structure across here, including the gap in the middle, we're going to play as just one piece, obscuring. Same for this piece, not the gap in between. That whole L shape across there is obscuring. The warp portal is obscuring. The container across there, that whole sort of block, including the pipes, as obscuring. And then this small piece is obscuring, and then this shape across here is obscuring as well. Just going by the hard edge, you can see through this gap. So, for example, units can be sheltered behind here as long as they're not tapping in. And can't be seen through there. Just to balance the table out, got a nice bit of, or a nice spread of obscuring terrain across the board. Other than that, there's some boxes and barrels, tank traps spread out across the table as well. That's the armies, that's the mission. We'll now start alternating place units on the board next. Right, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu. It's called Cyberpunk. This one is 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for games of 10th edition 40k. This is also marked out with inch markings across here, just giving you the inches, running all the way around all of the edges. And also the Nexus, a full Nexus map as well. So these dotted lines giving you all of the deployment zones for all of the missions for the Nexus card deck. And then we're also using pre-painted terrain from gamemat.eu. So it's industrial terrain set across here, which I've colour modified to match in with this mat. And that's 4 of these buildings, pipes, large building, containers across, they get 4 of those. The boxes, these crates are from that set as well. And then also using an individual piece of terrain. It's the warp portal. It's a great focal point on the battlefield. That's making up this terrain set as well. So you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats. Pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. Link in the video description below. There's also a discount code for 11% off across the store. And they are shipping worldwide. Alright, so deployment's done for both sides. Both armies certainly making use of cover. But at the other end of the spectrum, you've got to push forwards as well. So some units deploy right up to the edge of their deployment zone. Remember, just to emphasize, this is a league battle here. Pressure on both of these armies as we kick the season off. So we'll cover Red Scorpions first of all. Some of it's in response to Mike placing the last of his units on the table. Both Gladiator Lancers are here. That is, I placed this one here initially just to cover across in this direction. As diagonally, you can see Mike's 2 Forge Fiends across the other side.
Well, I'm only hoping I can see one.
Yeah, no, I can only see one. You have one stacked up behind, hidden away. And then gambling on potentially going first. I'll put the second one here, which can see it as well. So it's 2 on 1. If Mike moves, you can start to close down the range. With his range 36 weapons. So turn 1 I think is going to be quite big here in this battle. So that's the 2 main tanks. We'll see how they get on. And then Hellblasters here, one of the last units to be placed. It's quite a hot target. 5 Intercessors. Tech Marine, it's the standing Lieutenant model here, but it's the Tech Marine here in this game. It's toyed with putting these into reserve. I'll put them on, just have them immediately on the board. It's the Infernal Marine, squad of 10 on the right-hand side. Aggressors. And I think the philosophy for Captain Darktraphese is always to be the tip of the spear. So he's right in the very corner of our deployment zone here and looking at the central objective. And he's gone with a squad of 6 of the aggressors. And then behind him is the Dreadnought as well to back him up. The objective across the other side, and potentially can go after that with the second squad of aggressors. And then in reserve is the 2 Inceptor squads, 2 squads of 3. That's deployment done for the Red Scorpions. And then for the Black Legion, Cultist squad on the left-hand side. Bikers to escort the Rhino. Inside the Rhino is the 10 Chaos Chosen, joined by the Chaos Lord. Then come around the other side of the board. Cultists with Sticky Objective on the home objective. The 2 Forge Fiends across here. The main play, I think, really, these are supporting units, really. The main play for the Black Legion is Abaddon and the 10 Terminators to deep strike in. Deep striking in also with the
Demon Prince
and
the Warp Hounds.
And that's 500 points. No, you can go up to 1,000 points for deep striking. It's tactical reserves, which is the limit of 500. So Warp Talons, deep striking in, Terminators, Dim Prince, and then I take it Abaddon has joined them. And then they're inside the transport vehicle. That's deployment done for both sides. Alright, so deployment's done. Enough chitter-chatter. We're on to the first turn of the game. I would like to go first here. Captain Darktraphese with his sword drawn. I'm partly going to an Imperial mode. I'll always be a Xenos player, but I do feel Imperial burnings here as we begin this battle to purge chaos. What better legion to face than the Black Legion? Captain Darktraphese, happy enough to clash swords with Abaddon himself. We'll see if that happens in this game. I think this is so important, I'm going to call upon a Patreon for this one.
Are you?
Yes. And I shall call upon... I'll call upon the Army Commander himself, Midnight Miniatures, who plays Imperial Guard and Blood Angels. Yeah, he knows it's important enough. Yes, it does. Joe Ashforth here plays Chaos Space Marines and Red Corsairs.
I too would also like to go first.
Oh, the Emperor. Ah, 1 and 2. You're going first, Mike. Okay, the first battle here of our league, season 13 league, goes to the Black Legion. Former channel champions, we'll see if they can retake the channel crown. Their march to glory potentially begins here. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Black Legion next. All right, so on turn 1 here for the Black Legion. Bring It Down has been drawn, and that was after an original card that was drawn was replaced. Yeah, Mike used the Adapt or Die mission rule straight away. So what was the first one you drew?
Engage in offense.
Ah, right, yes. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so that's been swapped out. Shuffled back into the deck, and then Bring It Down, draw instead, which is perfect. Mike can use that to try and take on one of the vehicles. And the other one's Cull the Horde, which can be done. Not with the aggressors. 18 wounds in total, plus the captain's 6 takes it to 24. You need 25 wounds for a multi-wound unit, which can be done here, though, on the Hellblasters. 20 wounds for the squad. 2 characters join them, the Lieutenant and the Apothecary, which can be done. And that takes that total to 28. So it is possible to go after that unit. Maybe if Mike can get an angle to them, he could try and go after Cull the Horde, but it means a wipeout against that squad. So that's the 2 secondaries in play. Any objective on the board is important. Bear in mind the terraforming, which isn't so much. It's just a bonus couple of points coming through, but those can be picked up. Every point counts here in this opening game. Let Mike make his moves. All right, he's going to try and cut the head off the snake here. Mike's talking about destroying these. Duh! Captain Dartrophies. But we'll see what you can do. Movement's done here for the Black Legion. Bikers surging forward, zipping right up to the warp portal. Rhinos moved, pivoted, advanced, and has got to there. Cultists have shifted across, heading this way. Spreading out with the other cultists and sticking on the home objective, and spreading out just to block the back door, stop deep strike units coming in, mostly. And then the 2 Forge Fiends have both moved.
Both moved, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
the
so
second one replacing...
And the second one's replaced, yeah.
All right. That's it. We'll go on to... It's tricky for the Black Legion. They've got to manoeuvre, do something on the board, but the tasty parts of their army are currently off the table. But you can't sit and wait, so Mike's moved out aggressively here. We'll go on to shooting phase next.
I'm ready now, yeah.
Go for it. Opening... No pressure. Opening salvo.
So I'm going to start here. This is probably where the better shoot will come through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do really bad that way, but...
He's shooting around the back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right, so he's going to shoot through the gap there, and he's onto the other unit of aggressors. Right, so he's going a double aggressor hunting here.
Yeah. So
I see.
I'll start packed.
Yes.
This is where... This is filled.
Okay.
So it's D3 mortal wounds.
Maxing out. Okay. It's part of the price for these volatile...
Yeah, so I'm
fiends.
3 there, just so I know I've taken 3 so far. So I'll still get the sustained on 6s, but not the 5s. This is 3d3 shots. 2, 3, 4. Plus 3 for blast. Each of them is blast.
Yes. Okay.
Right. 3s. So that is awful.
Okay.
Sustained.
Yes.
And then it'll be toughness.
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be 3s.
3s to wound, yeah. 2.
2.
And it's -3.
-3.
-2 for a bit of cover in total. So we're looking at 5 up saves. We don't block any, and it's straight up 3 damage.
Yeah.
I just have to take it. So take off the 2 that are closest to me. Don't like losing those models straight away, but they have been brought down by a volley from one of the Forge Fiends.
Down to 9. So this one's going to do a dark pack and go hazardous.
Yes. So did you go hazardous with the other one?
No.
You didn't? Ah, right, gotcha. Okay.
No, I needed to go hazardous down here to make sure.
And these are going into Captain Doctrophy's squad?
Yeah.
Okay. Not tempted by any of these other juicy targets?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I want to take your spearhead.
Yeah.
And then work my way back.
I'm going to play... At what point do I play Armour of Contempt? Because this is what I'm saving it for. Your opponent's shooting phase. Just having it select its target. Right. If you're definitely going after them, I'm going to play Armour of Contempt on them.
Yeah.
I could 0 CP it on the captain.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. Cool.
So, Dark Pact.
Ooh,
Fast.
he's up for it.
Don't change them dice over. 3d3 shots plus blast.
That's all right. It's
6,
good.
7, 8, 11.
Oh boy.
10, 11. 3s, 5s are sustained. And we will go the near side.
The near side. Crafty Eldar player.
Yep. Okay, so 3s.
It looks all right. Some have dropped out though, but looking all right.
1,
Oh, sustained.
3. Yeah,
Oh.
that's been 10 hits.
Yep, 3s to wound.
3s to wound. 6s are devastating.
Okay. He's got 1.
2, 4, 5. -3 to -2 for the Armour of Contempt.
A bit of cover.
Yeah.
Plenty of cover. It's going to take me 2. 1 better then. It's going to be 4 ups this time with 5 dice. Turn 2. Whoa. I was going to say Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. He says don't use his dice for negative things. So we'll go to Chris Heim for this. This is important enough. I don't want to see Doctrophy's squad hammered hard here. 4 ups need to make above average roll. Be good. It's terrible. 3 1s. And do you know what? I'm seriously gonna command reroll.
Well, I'll be 5 dead if you don't.
Yeah, I'll command reroll. 50-50 chance to try and keep a model alive, which we do. I think that was worth it. So we'll lose 3.
Plus the dev. 4.
And the devastating wound. Ouch. Whoa. Yeah, all right. No, we definitely need to command reroll. All right. Cool. You have wiped out a whole squad. If you combine that together, that is 6 models. So, ouch.
Now we gotta do a hazardous, and we're fine.
Yeah, okay, well done. Okay, good shooting. Nasty salvo. Okay, Red Scorpions will. I think they've realised that's a target we really do need to try and bring down. We can't keep taking firepower like that, and it's softening us up for Mr. Abaddon to arrive later on. Firepower, anything else? But maybe a few smaller bits of firepower to resolve. That's pretty much it for the Black Legion. Gets firepower finished. A couple of shots. These melters out of range. There's one guy at the front with firepower across here. 2 shots. They both missed. That's firepower finished. End of turn. Red Scorpions have been blooded here, there's no doubt about it. 200 odd points wiped off the board here with some blistering firepower. They are the nemesis for Gravis, those things. They're wretched forge fiends across there. They have taken a heavy toll here, wiping out half of my aggressors on the board. We will give you an update on the score. So out of range for terraforming, no action's been performed. Both secondaries being dumped. Mike's going to go for fresh cards next turn, so no points on the board at this stage. But sending a signal to the Red Scorpions for sure. A baptism of fire here for them. We'll see if we can get some revenge. We're going to turn 1 for the Red Scorpions next. Alright, so movement's done here for the Red Scorpions. That was a hammer blow for us to take that many casualties. If I push further forwards with Captain Dartrophes, he's going to get jumped by bikers and Chaos Chosen, a Chaos Lord. So I've lost my bodyguard. So it's discretion over valor here. So we've tucked back in this direction. It's rolled a 2 here for their advance. We have gone into Devastator Doctrine, so advance and still being able to shoot, or advance and you get the assault keyword for your weapons, which these actually don't have. So push forwards here, but roll poorly. I've got a couple of models perhaps in range of those bikers. Dreadnought rolled low as well, but it's moved out boldly across in this direction. Then Hellblasters, I was going to round the corner with those. I rolled high enough for their advance roll and then put some shots in that direction. I'm range 24, Mike's range 20. Sorry, I'm range 24 for my shooting. Overwatch is range 24. I would have had to go into Overwatch range of that thing. Mike would have offloaded a load of shots. It would have been 3d3 plus 6 shots.
Yeah.
Potentially with sustained.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, with the Dark Pact. So no, I didn't want to start losing more and more models. So for now, we've kept the Hellblasters out of sight. We're going to leave it to this backline firepower support coming from the Lancers. We'll see if they can punch through the armour on one of the Mauler Fiends or Forge Fiends. Aggressors roll just enough to get onto that objective across there. So they've claimed that objective in no man's land with an advance roll with those, and they'll be able to shoot. And then the secondaries in play for us is secure no man's land, and then bring it down is the other one that is in play. We drew Cull the Horde, but that can't be done at all. So that's been discarded. Yeah, no, that card can be done against Mike's Terminators, but it says if there are no enemy units on the battlefield, which they're not, then it can be discarded. So actually completely discarded. Yeah, because there's no way I want to try and achieve that, even if they are on the even if they are on the table. So that was dropped, and then it's bring it down, secure no man's land is the 2 cards in play. Movement's done. We're going to shooting phase next here for the Red Scorpions. So I'm just going to start with these front 3. Can see and have range, only range 12 with the Pyroblasters. So it's going to be 3d6 auto hits. So 10 hits come through.
Strength 5, toughness 5.
Yeah, forced to win. All right. Ignoring cover, and there's no AP minus on it, so it's 3 up saves. It is AP minus 1. I've marked it on a card here because Games Workshop did an update.
You heard me complaining about it with the salamander here.
5 saves at -1, ignoring cover, then 4 ups then.
Yeah.
On the bikes. Oh, and it's made a difference.
I'll lose 1.
You can lose a bike, yeah. So 3 wounds come through. Biker, just 1 biker slain.
Yeah, and it makes it easy then for the...
Oh, and you took off the Dark Mechanica model. Fine.
No, do you know what?
No, take him off. I'm glad to see him go. That's the first model to go. Perfect. We're all balanced out now. In your shooting phase, after the student has shots, you can select one enemy infantry. Oh, right, it's infantry. That's fine. There's no battle shock test.
Infantry, yes, battle shock test, yeah.
All right. Right, here we go. We'll turn to him. And we'll go to Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. And we're going to put our 2 shots into the Forge Fiend. Oh, Nurgle. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I can't shoot at him, can I? What's the range? Yeah, check the range of that Dreadnought. 18.
And you're just out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just out.
God, I play that trick on people, so I can't complain, but we can't see.
So you put Valhalla.
Robert goes back, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, he's out of range just about. Both of those can see, but they can't see now because of that wretched. So it's if you're not aware, it's a stratagem you can play called
Festering Miasma.
Festering Miasma. I've used it plenty of times on my Land Raider, so I can't can't complain. For the Alpha Legion, Mike's played it here against these. It's our optical equipment scrambled by the Festering Miasma, toxic
fog of smoke. Although if you are within 18, you can shoot it, but it's -1 to the hit roll.
On that as well. Okay, right.
Because I can play it in any unit for -1.
To get the -1, yes.
If the Nurgle keyword, then you have to be within 18.
Yeah.
But at the -1.
Such a good stratagem. All right, I shut down their firepower. Line of sight wise, that is literally their only target. So both of those are completely knocked out here, not able to shoot at all. We do have the aggressors across the other side. Thankfully, I put Oath of Moment on the hidden one, the second one tucked away that these two couldn't see. So I'm at reroll the hit roll, and crucially, +1 to the wound roll.
Yes, you go to 5s.
Go to 5s. And I also want to play a stratagem called Storm of Fire. James was using it quite well. You shoot your face. Turn the phase, ranged weapons get ignores cover.
Mm-hmm.
And if a unit is under the effects of Devastator Doctrine, which we are, it's an extra AP -1.
Okay.
So just to try and chip away, if we can. And those aggressors with their Dakka are getting a bit of twin linked going on. And also, if it's the closest eligible target, it's an extra AP -1 on top of that as well. So we're ignoring cover and AP -2, which take Mike down to a 5+ invulnerable save. And he's also slightly damaged and currently on 9 wounds.
Yeah. And there's
Nothing Mike can do. Interesting. So now we'll go back to Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. And he can be in charge of this firepower here to get some kind of revenge here. Chaos playing tricks here. Hiding in the shadows. We'll try and flush them out. So we're looking at Auto Bolt Storm Gauntlets. 12 shots from 4 models. Okay. And they're twin linked. Fragrant Storm Grenade launchers are not. We'll come to those later on. So we're going to go for 3s, rerollable. Yeah, Imperial Fist dice are alright for any kind of Dakka type shots. 6s to aim becomes 5s. Come on, that's not bad. And then we'll twin link this here with the reroll. Just another 1. Alright, 6 saves of 5+. We should cause some damage. Whether we're going to do enough here to bring it down.
What's the damage? 1?
Damage 1, oh yeah. 5 ups. Ooh,
+1.
5 go through. Down to 4 wounds left. And then we'll go to Fragstorm Grenade Launchers. This is the number of shots. Just the 9. Threes. Rerollable. All of them. That was a full unit. It would have helped. And we're gonna. This looks like another 2 saves here. So 2 saves of, again, 5+. No, dropping down to 2 wounds left. So I'm going to fire the Dreadnought into the Rhino. And if I destroy it, Mike could hop out here and claim the objective. I don't think I've got enough caliber to bring it down. I can't just sit there and not shoot it. It's against his nature. So
2 CP.
Mike's got 2 CP. You could pop smoke to try and make it difficult. It sounds like he wants to keep the Rhino alive.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could come in handy.
My ideal situation is to leave it teetering on 1 or 2 wounds. If I do kill it, I'll bring it down. So I suppose there's some bonus for us.
Yeah. So what have you got to score?
Secure No Man's Land, which I've got.
2, yeah.
And then bring it down, so destroy any kind of vehicle or monster. Mike's going to save the CP, so we're just going to roll on with this. So D6 +1. So 5 shots. In 3s. We're doing the whole supercharge thing. And then we're looking at strength 9. I presume your toughness 9.
Yeah.
So 4s. And we just get the 1. It's AP -4. So 6 up save for cover. And passed. Good for you. I'll roll hazardous now. Okay. And then we'll work through the rest. So fire the rest of the Dakar to add 1 devastating wound with the Gatling gun, knocking the Rhino down to 9 wounds left. That's firepower finished here. Disappointing for the Red Scorpions. They've been outwitted by the Black Legion, the veterans of the Long War. I'll give you an update on the score as the turn comes to an end. So end of turn, 2 points picked up for secure no man's land. We have dumped the other secondary, bring it down. I don't really want to go vehicle hunting in this game. We'll have to react to all sorts of things going on. So we'll leave bring it down at this point, and it's been dumped, and we can draw 2 fresh secondaries next turn. So 2 points picked up in total for the Red Scorpions. They've got their noses in front here, but only by a very small amount. We'll hand back over to the Black Legion. This is their second turn coming now, where they can start to, if they wish, bring in their potent reserves. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Black Legion next. Alright, so turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines. You're interrupting the movement phase or updating you part of the way through because there's a fair bit going on. Storm hostile objective and no prisoners is the 2 secondaries in play. So destroying enemy units and then snatching objectives off of me, such as that objective across there if Mike can get it. So Rhinos remain stationary, disembarking 3, moving 6, and then advancing through here with the Chaos Lord leading the way, moving in that direction. So you can see which way he's pointing. He's heading straight towards the Hellblasters. But in response, we paid a CP for squad tactics, rolled a 5, and backed the Hellblasters away. It would have been a 6-inch charge. It's now something like an 11, something like that, for that charge to go ahead.
Yeah, but 11.
Yeah, okay. So backing away to try and escape from them. They're poised to charge in all different directions. Obviously, the Dreadnought's a very easy target. They can smash into that. They could stretch a charge across here, going into the Pyroblasters. Captain Darktrophies himself is there as well, maybe a 7-inch charge, I reckon, roughly, if they're to head in that direction. They are a pain of a unit. They're difficult to get rid of. I use them. They're very, very useful. 3 wounds each with the Chaos Chosen. Chaos Lord's tough enough as well. So that is a real thorn in the flesh now for the Red Scorpions to deal with. I'm going to spend another CP. I'm going to capture this here. Pyroblasters from the Infernal Squad. All of them in range. We're going to offload with some auto hits for a CP being spent. We're going to use Max Sword Knuckles for the firepower. So we're going to do this now. Take this in the face, Chaos Filth. It's mixed results. Okay, 12, 16, 20, 32 hits. It's all right. Not bad. Auto hits, ignoring cover. Bit of AP -1 thanks to Games Workshop and their updates. And some more. So I'm going to try and wound you on 3s. Oh, that looks quite good. And that's pretty good. And that's not bad either. Just taking away the 1s and 2s. There are going to be a lot of saves here, Mike, because a lot of wounds to absorb the damage, but we're going to count these out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 saves of 4+.
Remember we tried to do the math on this?
That's a lot. I'm glad they're on the board. Captain Darktrophy's pointing the sword at that Chaos Chosen squad. Burn them out here before they break into our lines. Oh, dear, you can imagine the storyline building up here.
23.
23 saves of 4+. I think some Chaos models are going to go down here, but there's plenty of wounds here. 3 wounds each.
22, 23.
And in this situation, a rules tweak of AP -1 is
it makes a massive
big.
difference,
Yeah, it's big.
Oh, I'm using green dice because I can fit them all in my hand.
There's someone at Games Workshop HQ. It's their job to do these tweaks here. And do they realise the impact it has on our stress levels?
Oh, you probably leave me with 4 of these all three.
Here we go, 4-ups. God, there's a lot been passed.
No, but there's your AP. Makes a difference.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Killed 2. Killed 3. Killed 3. The dice roll is not bad.
3 and a bit.
Could have been worse. Okay, 3 models slain, 2 wounds on another. They are a pain of a unit for sure. They're forcing us to react distracting away. And bear in mind, this is the middle of my experiment phase. It's still got units to move, so forcing us to react here. And then it sort of clears the way. Overwatch has been used. And I think he's now opens the door. OC1, I've got a toe hold on that.
So this is OC2.
Oh, the Rhino can shunt onto it. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right, so rest of the moves are complete here. So Rhino's moved up. Bikers have moved up, surging across in this direction, heading off towards the aggressor squad, just with a toe hold on that objective, which have now lost it. Mike's now got stronger OC control. I think this one's backed off. There's no fear of Overwatch now, but still line of sight towards targets. This one happy enough potentially just to return fire across here. Cultists spreading out here. Meteoric descent for the Inceptors is now 6 inches. So Mike has blocked off these areas. She's just completely shutting down this area across here. He wants to anchor his home objective with the cultist cannon fodder. And back around to this side of the board to add more threat onto this empty part of the table. Support battalions have turned up here, just sneaking into the terrain, and then a Demon Prince has turned up here as well to now become a major threat towards the Infernos squad. So hyper aggression here from the Black Legion. I think the list is working well. It's the right detachment choice as well. Good supporting firepower. Units that have been able to surge through without taking much damage and get to the middle of the ball just to really tie up and make the opponent have to deal with those. Reinforcements arriving, and yet Abaddon and the Terminators not arriving this turn. They'll turn up next time on your turn 3, or Mike may go for the rapid ingress. Deadly move with those as well. It's amazing that you can have an army on the board and still have strong assets still waiting to arrive. So Abaddon orchestrating this battle from afar at this point. And it seems to be going well for the Black Legion. I think the Red Scorpions are in a spot of trouble. We're going to shooting phase for the Chaos Space Marines next. So, Revenge of the Imperium. Oh dear, it's a fight for survival at this point. So we're going to go for the Forge Fiend, and it's going to go into the aggressors.
Yeah, there'll be no Dark Pact. And there'll be no
blast.
No hazardous. So.
Yeah. Straight up 3d3.
Straight up 3d3.
And he's maxed. He acts like he feels. Oh, he feels sorry for. I thought he was. You're acting sort of guilty, but no.
6, 9, yeah. Threes. Threes and threes.
Threes hits, nothing I can do. I burnt all my CP here.
No.
Whoa! Dice are on absolute fire here. 3s to wound. And it's still really good. 6. Cover. 5 ups. Yeah, take them off. They are gone. Target has been destroyed. Straight 3 damage is a real bane for Gravis units, and that unit's been completely removed from the board. Objective cleared and secured by units moving up. Good work in tandem here. Very good firepower support. And then the Swift units moving up to snatch the objectives. Well done. I think that's the secondary has been picked up as well. Press on, more firepower to come. So the other Forge Fiend is going to go for Dark Pact and Hazardous, and it's going to go into the Dreadnought, which is currently being surrounded by the Chaos Lord.
Feel the Dark Pact.
Doesn't go ahead.
Only 1 wound this time.
And takes the wound, okay.
But it will explode on 6s.
Yes.
Okay, or down to 11 ones.
Okay, they work hard, those Forge Fiends.
3d3.
Yeah, straight 3d3.
2, 4, 5.
3s.
3s. 1 sustained.
So it's 5 hits total.
This is strength 10, toughness.
Yeah, I was going to say 9. I think it's 9. Yeah, toughness 10.
On the Dreadnought, yeah.
Yeah.
4s, and we're looking for all the 6s.
There's 1.
And that's it.
1 devastating wound, damage 3.
Damage 3, reduced to damage 2.
Damage 2. I was going to roll a save, but I can't, so I'll take 2 damage. Hazardous.
Yeah.
There's 1 and take 3 wounds. My best hope at the moment is they self-destruct. We've got 2 melter shots coming from the bikes. I think all their other dackers are going to go into it as well, just try and chip off some wounds. But the 2 melter shots could do something nasty. Dark Pact. I wonder if you could like try and sneak some sustained in there, perhaps. Or...
Yeah. Sustain hits on 5s.
All right.
I have a Chaos Icon, so I can re-roll it if I feel it, but I don't.
Okay.
So the melter gun is 1 shot each. So there's 2 of them.
Melter gun shots.
Hitting on 2 or 3s. Just the 1.
Okay.
Strength minus 5. Oh,
got it.
It's -4.
Yeah. 6 up. Go.
So it is D6 plus 2.
Go ahead.
Oh.
2 and 2, 4, -1, 3 damage.
Come
on, reroll.
Yeah.
The whispers tell him to do it. Die! Hold on, 1. Oh dear, 2 damage dropping down to 3. I would have re-rolled that as well, because you get that chance of that going through to try and take down a heavy target. Drop it down to 8 wounds left. So Michael, pick away with some extra dack here, see if you can chip off a few more wounds. Yeah, dacker from the bikes, 1 wound came through, saved. Rhino shot, no wounds coming through. These can advance, shoot, and charge, can't they? The Chaos Chosen. So we've got the grenade stratagem being used first. 6 dice named 4s. And Mike's 0 CP'd it from the Chaos Lord. And he's got 3. And they go straight through. Grenades are good moves. Dropping down to 5 wounds left. That certainly has softened the Dreadnought up.
And then there's 2 plasma.
That's 2 plasmas.
Will not be overcharged.
No, there's no point.
Sorry.
Dark Pact to go off. Reroll that 1. Yep. 5's to win. No. Okay. Chaos Lord has a plasma pistol. Hits. Landing on a 5. Goes through. It's -2 or -3 on lower profile.
Lower profile is -2.
Passed. And there's a few.
Saved at the -3 as well. So
yeah. And then there's some bolt pistol shots. Pistols fired, no damage. So we've got 5 wounds left. This can shoot. Doesn't want to go into them. He'll go against the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
He's in range.
2s.
It's the Infernal Cannon. 2 hits.
6s.
Or 3 hits, sorry. 1 goes through.
It's -1.
-1 ignored, so we're just passing on a 3. Okay. All of a sudden, shooting phase is finished. The main thing, aggressors, they really are an endangered species in this game. It's the damage 3 stuff. I can still justify keeping them in the list, but Mike has the perfect remedy for them in this game with that nasty firepower. We missed them. I'd love to see them plunging into chaos. But Mike shot them first. We'll go on to charges next. Some crucial charges at this point. This one, a 9-inch charge to go into the Infernus Marines. Mm-hmm. Then we have the Chaos Chosen. They've got decisions to make about where to go. Finish off the Dreadnought. Go after the prize across here to take on these. We'll see what it decides to do. Right. So across here, Mike's definitely going into both of these units, and it's a 6-inch charge.
Yeah.
With a command reroll on standby. And a Patriot. This is a game-changing moment here. Sparks. Oh boy. He's an Eldar player. Help me.
20 big.
Oh, he's done it. Oh, 8-inch charge. The momentum is with Chaos in this game. Good way to start the season. I'll be criticised for rushing the Red Scorpions into the league.
Yeah,
but, you know, we just had to get things going. We're going to try and start the league promptly. We must, because of the amount of armies we already have and the other armies on the way. Some you know about, some you don't.
Yeah, it's...
There's some reveals to come, hopefully, as the season goes along. But at the moment, in the limelight is the Veterans of the Long War, Black Legion. Which, after painting this army, Mike declared he would never paint gold trim again.
So much.
No, he moved on to other things. Moved on to Raven Guard, where you don't need to paint any trim.
You have 1 shoulder pad of red.
That's it. Yeah, nice and simple. Right, so they go in
So I'm thinking I'm going to roll the Demon Prince now
as a bonus.
The bikes can't really feel their charge.
Oh, the bikes, yes, they could go into the Dreadnought. Right,
Because
gotcha.
they get +1 now, I think. With it's not as strong as what the primary specs are. But I need this 9-inch one to go. So I want to do that one first.
All right.
Because we roll the bikes, this is where it'll roll big. And
Yes.
down there, so.
Yeah, we've seen that happen before.
Right, so
9-inch charge.
9-inch charge.
For the dream to come true.
Yeah!
Okay. I'm just going to roll him around here.
Yeah.
In he goes. Joining the party with his friends. Look who's turned up. Oh boy. Ooh. Just as we were refueling from our Overwatch, we've been pounced upon here. And then the bikers, just a formality. 6-inch roll. Okay, yeah, you got the dice the right way round. Well done, Mike. The bikes can go in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll zoom in here so you can see this grisly situation. Oh, dear. There he is, Captain Darktrace. Oh, toe-to-toe with the second in command, the Chaos Lord. And they're moving across, bikers plunging into the Dreadnought. It ain't pretty, that's for sure. Mike will pick a combat. We can't interrupt play, so he's free to fight here as he pleases.
I think I'll go for lethal hits, but I'll get them on 6s though.
Okay. Backup plan for the Red Scorpions. If we lose this game, we've got to get points on the board. We have to get points on the board, otherwise we'll hamstring ourselves for the big picture, the league. Here, you've got to get points, even if you lose the battle. So bikes are going to go first. Mike's free to fight here, so away they go.
I'm going to do sustained or lethal hits on 6s because.
Yep.
And so dark pack.
Yep. Goes off.
Fine. Yeah.
They're all in. They'll get to fight, no problem.
Yep. So.
Come on, Dreadnought. Come on, Dreadnought. Hold your ground.
The chaplain the leader has a power fist. It's 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. They've all hit, but no lethal.
Oh, power fist, yeah, good. 5 to wound.
Strength 9, yep. Your toughness 10, aren't you?
Yeah, toughness 10. Good old Redemptor Dreadnought. 1 goes through. -2.
-2, yeah.
4 up save. Blocked for the Emperor. Okay. Chainsaws now as they hack away.
So 4 attacks, 5 in the squad, yeah.
Okay.
3s.
You went for lethals, didn't you? Yeah. So 3 lethals come through.
Roll misses, and then 6s.
Number 1. God, the lethals were handy. That was a good choice. So we're going to go for AP -1.
AP -1, yeah.
3 ups. 2 sneak through. Oh, dropping down to 3 wounds left. Okay, but we're still alive. Next.
The Demon Prince.
Yes, Mike wants to eat away at the edge here and then get as many models as possible into Captain Darktrace.
Okay, so I'll Dark Pact. Vagabond, Morton.
Okay, here comes Vagabond here. Patronic help.
Yeah, so goes off.
Okay.
So this will be D3 attacks and strength characteristic because of the relic. It went off. So an extra 2 attacks. He's now strength 12.
Oh, the Pact of Burning Blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talisman of Burning Blood, yeah.
Yes.
So if your Dark Pact was off, it's D3 instead of add 1.
Alright.
So I will do 6 normal plus the 2 for the relic. I will do lethal or sustain. Lethal goes off in 5, sustain goes off in 6s. And I could chew through. I'll do I'll do the lethal go off 5s.
Yep, just to cut straight through.
Yeah. So this is on 2s.
Yeah, he's corn icon keyword being used.
So, well,
Just the one.
just the one lethal, and then you've got 2. Oh, sorry, I need the wound still. It'll be 2s to wound.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
This is 2, 4, 8 minus 2 flat 3.
5 ups. Oh, we've rolled okay-ish. It's half the squad slain though. 5 dead. Impact hits, which we've just resolved, a bit out of sync. It was another model slain, so there's 4 left in the squad now. Captain Dotchface has his ability available, which we will -1 on the CP for Armour of Contempt to try and protect himself and what's left of his bodyguard. As Mike piles in here, ready to make his attacks. Mike's going to put attacks into all of these across here. His ideal situation: total wipeout. See if it can happen.
Yeah. So I'm going to Dark Pact for sustained hits on 6s.
Fine.
Reroll 1s. Yeah.
Rerolling 1s. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it goes off. Nicely done.
So I'll do the left side.
I'm just going to catch different angles here. Ah, that's the shot. Look at that. The grey line. Trying to hold up against the odds. It has to be said. We are outmatched here. The initiative, though, crucially, is with the Black Legion. Mike's going to try and keep the momentum going here with his force.
So I'm going to do the Chance for Glory.
Yes,
So
activate it.
Yeah. Now, yeah. So I'll start with the 3 that's hitting the Infernus Marines.
Cross here. Yes, 2 Shreddy Marines first of all. So I'm going to call out the stats here for Mike just to speed things up. It's the unit that I run here. So he is going to go with the Pair to Cursed Weapons, 2 of them. So it's going to be 10 attacks with these. So 10 dice need 3s. Rerolling 1s.
Yeah, and I paid a
6s.
CP to do Provian Seal. Leave me on 1.
Total reroll wounds. Yeah, these get reroll wounds anyway, but it's good. The whole squad's going to get it. Yeah, nice. And you said you went for
Sustained on
6s.
Reroll these 2 1s. Back into 1s.
Add 1 in.
Sustain,
Okay. 3s to wound. And rerollable. Oh, that's efficient.
9.
Okay. -2. We do block 6. 3 wounds taken. So model slain. Got off that one lightly. That was a lot of saves. And then 1 on another. Some squad members still remain. 4 attacks with a regular pair to cursed or regular cursed weapon. So 3s. Rerolling 1s. And add that in anyway for sustained. 3s to wound. And strength 5. All of them. 5s to block this. And none. So that's the sergeant. We'll go him. We'll go him. And the sergeant with a wound left. Last man standing in that squad. And now everything else directed into Captain Dotchface. So Mike could choose which order here, whether to go with the damage 3 hammer first of all, just to smash the bodyguard aside, or to shred the bodyguard with other attacks. You've got power fist attacks to get through.
Yeah, I'll do all that for...
That's the spirit. No, do the hammer first. Right. So, sure, yeah, Mike's got the stats for him. 5 attacks.
5 attacks, +1 because I'm doing the Chance for Glory.
Yep, well remembered, yep. 3s.
3s, reroll on 1s.
This is a big roll.
Put that back in.
Yeah, for sustained. 6 hits.
This is now strength 9.
+1.
No, strength 9 in with the +1.
Fine. 3s. Rerollable. 6s are dangerous. There's 1, there's 2. Reroll that one, or you can go fishing. No! Don't listen to the voices. Oh, boy. Right, so they're applied. Oh, no.
No, what would I've got?
If he'd fished,
it
would be worse.
I missed out one yet. So 2 dev +4 at minus now.
Could be -3, yes. Armor of Contempt, I played, remember, so back to -2. So I'm going to roll these 2 at a time on the bodyguard as we try and protect. And I'm just going to have to throw in the last patch on here. Nicholas Lucas, we need good saving throws here. 2 saves of 5+. Come on. Blocked 1. The last bodyguardsman. He's dead. And then we're going to go for a 4+ invulnerable save now on the captain himself. Captain Diotrephes. Blocked. Right. So bodyguard removed. The hammer falls on those 2. They're gone. We've now got 2 lots of devastating wounds.
These will be damage 3.
Damage 3. Damage is halved. So they become damage 2. And then we have Artificer Armor, which gives us a 5+ feel no pain. Come on. We block 2. God, take 2 wounds. We've got 4 wounds left. Come on, Captain. Survive. James is rooting for you. I can hear James. 470 miles away. Rooting for him. So you've still got all the rest to go through, yeah. Power Fists. 8 attacks. God. If I walked into a shop tomorrow and they had a t-shirt that said, I hate chaos, I would buy one for me and one for James. Come on.
Reroll these 2 ones. So the 2 misses go back in.
Oh, God. Come on. 3s to wound. Re-rolling the wounds. Wicked. Okay. 7. Do you know what, Mike? 7 saves. AP -1. -2, sorry. Armor of Contempt -1. And Artificer Armor gives us a 2-up save. So we're actually on 3 ups here. I could survive this.
From what I can see over here. Yeah.
We're doing alright. We blocked 5. Damage 2 becomes damage 1. 2 feel no pains, a 5+. If I shrug this, he's a hero. Yo, nearly did. 1 wound trickles in, down to 3 wounds left. You ain't giving up easily. Captain Diotrephes, I think, disgusted at the way the Chaos Space Marines have conducted themselves in this game. We're down to two regular accursed weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's going to be 8 attacks. Not quite over yet. We can't expire at their hand. Come on. Rerolling. Rerolling that. Oh, no, you can't reroll the 2. Sorry, carry on. Yeah, sustained. Yeah, fine. 5s to wound, rerollable because we're toughened 6. And he's getting the rolls here. 5 make it through, and the reroll. Another 2. 7. 7 saves again. 3 ups. Oh, no. 4 have made it through. Oh, no.
I'm sweating.
5 ups. Come on. There's 1. Oh, no. Mercy.
And no CP is spent.
No, we're dead. Oh, we died. Oh, we stood up against so much, but he's gone. Does he explode? Yeah, right, I'll take him off. Here, Sergeant, take my sword. He passes the sword.
This is why CP can be very...
Oh dear, they've cleared their way. Well done. Good fighting with the Chaos Chosen. They have pummeled their way through the centre of the Space Marine army. Casualties run high here for the Red Scorpions, and their captain has fallen. All right, so we will fight back with what's left here. So we'll go with the Infernal Squad. 2 hits. And 2 wounds. Take that with a combat knife. Got him. God, that's satisfying. Be gone. Chaos. 1 model slain. And then we'll go with the Dreadnought. To his attacks, I think we're into a damage profile for him. 1 to 4 wounds remaining. Yep. It's -1 to the hit rolls. And it's 5 attacks with the Redemptivist. Terrible. Just the 1. It does wound though. And it's AP -2. And blocked. What an insult. Okay. That's combat's totally resolved. We've calculated points across already, so we can call those out. 5 points Sorry, 4 points for primaries to control the home objective. And then 5 points for no prisoners. Mike just maxed out, destroyed 3 units, so maxed out with that one. And then the other one was storm hostile objective, which he did across there. Well done for number 4. So 13 points to 2. Red Scorpions have a turn in hand. They have lost a lot of stuff, a lot of our combat ability. No wonder Baden's held off here. He's let his army on the ground eat away at the Red Scorpions here. Their casualties run higher. Not quite out of the fight yet. They've got firepower available for sure. They may have to try and shoot their way out of trouble as opposed to fighting their way. We need to try and make an impact on these Chaos Space Marines right now. We've got to do something. Otherwise, we're just going to shrink into this corner and then a Baden will move in for the killing blow. We cannot allow that to happen. We use what resources we have. And as we said earlier on, the key is to get points on the board. Even if we're going to lose this battle, we've got to get a tally onto the league table here if we can. Crucial part of the battle here for the Imperial forces. We'll go on to Red Scorpions turn 2 next. All right, so turn 2 here for the Red Scorpions. Mike is thinking about and will most likely execute a rapid ingress move for a CP. He's moved the CP away, so he's going to do it. I'm going to do my move. I'm going to call out my move whilst Mike finalises that decision at the end of my movement phase. So secondaries in play: overwhelming force, destroying enemy units on objectives. Those 2 units are on objectives, and obviously the cultists across there. Established Locus is the other, which can potentially pick up some points for that. 4 points picked up for primaries. You've got different options. There's here, there's over in that corner, there's around here, there's all sorts of different options. Mike can think about this. Established Locus, we're going to drop in here behind enemy lines or in Mike's deployment zone. Second unit's turned up to try and flush some of these war battalions out from that cover. We've gone into Tactical Doctrine. We passed Desperate Escape Test, which is a fallback move. Moving back here, 6 inches with the lone Infernus Marine. Dreadnought's pulled back. It couldn't be shot at in Overwatch where it was. And we've pulled back so that we're hidden, tucked behind the obscuring terrain, so again couldn't be overwatched by those Forge Fiends. Then edging up carefully with Hellblasters, they have line of sight to put a volley into here. Over the moment on the Demon Prince. Blessed, the Gladiator Lancer pushed into the cover, and that can now see through onto the Demon Prince and other targets. And then the other Gladiator Lancer remaining stationary, and that's the moves done. Our priority, number 1 priority, is to try and deal with these. Secondary options is try and take on these, take on the Bikes and Rhino. That's the plan. And just Abaddon, I'm still not sure where he's going to turn up. If Mike brings them on, he could wait till his turn 3. Surely they'll turn up now. We'll see. It's like Abaddon waits for the right moment just to deliver the final killing blow against enemy force. So here he is. He's turned up here. Now a major threat has arrived against the home objective. Just looking at Mike's army, it's like it's built as an anti-Space Marine army. That's the impression I'm getting. He's struggled against armies such as the Eldar, Harlequins that dance around the board, hide, and have shenanigans. But in the battle of like the crunch up against tougher armies like Space Marines, I think this army does really well. I love the theme here with Baden turning up later on, just waiting for the right time. The opponent's been sufficiently weakened, then moves in for the killer blow. It's exactly what's happened here. Our home objective now under major threat. The rush is on. We've got to get points here before we're completely slaughtered. A chance to do that. Some points lined up for us. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Red Scorpions as they press on. So yeah, there's a certain order to do things here. We'll start with the, I know what I'm doing with those. Just going to gun into there. Any kind of response at all? No. Okay, so we're looking at 3s. Okay, he's taking away the misses. Sustain 2. It's going to be 3s to wound. And twin linked. Alright. 7 saves, AP -1, +1 for cover. 7 saves are 3+. Each one's damage 2. That will wipe the squad. The idea is to try and soften them up at least.
3 ups.
Yes. 4 go through. Ouch. 4 dead.
Take them away from
that side, yeah. Okay. Right, 1 model left. That's them done. They're going to establish locus for sure. That's this end of the board finished. So, declaring him, all the dackers going into the bikes. The main gun on top is going into the Forge Fiend, and Mike is going to use Toxic Miasma. Festering.
Yeah, that one.
The Miasma one. Right, being used. So I'm going to have to redirect targets here, but it's just, I knew it was going to happen, but it's forced Mike to use the CP. So, all the dackers we set into the bikers. 2 shots into this beast here. We sat still, 2s to hit. Patreon's all used up. 2 hits. 2s to wound because Oath of Moment on his +1 to the wound roll. I'm going to re-roll that just built in. Okay. 1 wound goes through. You're on to an invuln save here.
Yeah, so 4 up.
Plugged. Okay, and then we'll do the dacker. So all the dacker managed to take out 1 bike. We'll rinse and repeat. So we'll direct his firepower into the Demon Prince, and then we'll go all the dacker into the bikers. Yes. Okay. So 2 shots. We were blessed by the Tech Marine, so we're on 2s. 2 hits. 2s to wound. Oath of Moment. We'll re-roll the 1. Plagued. Plagued by 1s. 4+1 vulnerable save.
No.
Goes through. CP all used up, so we'll go for D3 plus. Sorry, 3 plus D6. 6. 9.
Down to 1.
1 wound left. What a shot! Whoa. Yo, that's a welcome break. We haven't destroyed him, but he's down to teeters on the brink of destruction. We'll press on and do the rest of the dacker here. It's been frustrating for the Lancers at the back. Their primary targets they would have gone after have been hidden away, but finally a plum hit against this Demon Prince. A couple of wounds coming through, so still 5 models left. And that is it. So firepower from those is complete. Right, moment of truth. The Hellblasters full squad going to offload everything they have into the Chaos Chosen. 20 shots. In 3s. Supercharging, obviously. I can't complain. The vast majority of hit.
Watch your 6s.
Whoa. Stop. I got a lieutenant, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, some lethals as well. Okay, and then we're going to try and wound here on 2s, coming in at strength 8 or 9. Yeah, that's not bad. Right, Mike can work his way through these. He's going to 16. Damage 2. Don't feel a tiny bit guilty about this. Because
I wouldn't.
The Plasma Incinerator supercharging. It's coming through at strength 8. AP -3. Mike's got cover, so it's -2. 2 damage. So we're looking at... you can roll a lot of dice. You can roll about 10 dice easily here, and even 5s. Now we'll get a chunk of them done. So work our way towards this Chaos Lord. I don't think I've done enough here to bring him down as well. 5 ups. Can turn to the last Patreon out. It's important enough. And a real good dice roll if you can.
German, yeah. 5s. Okay, well, that actually look better. So 1, 2, 3,
3 and a bit. Okay, 3 and a bit so far, so you can keep going.
1, 2, 3 and a bit.
Roll another 4. Another 3, 4.5. 4 slain and model left with a wound. And you can keep going, lose up the last 2, yeah. Because you've got enough to absorb it. And they do absorb it. Wow, good dice roll. Whoa, missed opportunity. With strats, Storm of Fire could have stripped the cover. And an extra AP -1. No, because not in Devastator. No, it would have just been
Sixes maybe.
stripping the cover. Would have been 6s for saves, yeah, which would have made a fair bit of difference. Probably would have got just through to the captain or the Chaos Lord left. But anyway, we've stripped most of the squad away, but still dangerous enough. 2 Power Fists protecting the Chaos Lord is still a viable unit on the board. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan is in my army, and then James has Lieutenant Toupee. His Ultramarine army, to remember the names correctly. So Lieutenant can see, and we'll put his shots in. So 2 shots in, 2s. 2 hits. 4s to wound. 2 wounds come through. Good for you, Lieutenant. -1. Snake Eyes.
Yeah, kills him and
puts him on a wound.
2 damage, yeah.
Yeah, 2 damage. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Mastercrafted.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, good for you. And the Apothecary is going to chip in as well. Here is the Absolver Bolt Pistol is range 18, so we'll do 1 shot with him. And he missed. Okay. Going to turn to the Dreadnought for help. He's going to try and take on multiple units. We've declared all the firepower. So we're going to try and chip away at this the imprints here. So, Icarus Rocket Pod first of all. Number of shots. 3 shots. 4s. Reroll and hit roll for over the moment. Hasn't helped. Your toughness.
9.
Okay. Do you know what? Anti-fly 2+. 2s to wound. So yeah, 1 wound comes through. Make -1.
Bingo.
Goes through. Gone. Does he blow up?
Demon Prince. Totally demise D3, yeah. Nope.
No. Alright, target destroyed. Okay, we'll take over away. We'll take all these markers away. Demon Prince is gone. I'm just being a bit hasty.
How did we run out?
He did. No, he was a major threat for sure. And then we'll go for the Daka that we declared. The underslung Daka gun, the 8 shots, was declared into the imprints. That's been gone. Fragstorm grenade launchers, 10 shots. Just try and chip away here. Looking at 4s. 4s. Yeah, 4 saves of 3+. And strip the bodyguard away, which we do. 1 wound sneaks in, which is enough to take out the last Power Fist. So just the Chaos Lord remains, who still is a threat. So in the moment of truth here, the big gun, the main gun, Macroplasma Incinerator, for 4 shots, +1. Supercharging on this, we do get 4 hits. 2s to wound. They've all wounded. I don't think we get any kind of devastating. So we're looking at AP -4. 3 damage. 4 invulnerable saves.
Oh,
blocked 3. Yes. Well done. Well done. So 3 damage comes through.
Down to 2 left.
Down to 2 wounds left. Firepower for him. Revenge. Because we can choose Tactical Doctrine. D6 auto hits. 4. 3s to wound. Yes. AP -1. 4 saves of 4+, I think.
I need to make 3 of these then, yeah.
This could be revenge here. And it is. 3 wounds go through. The lone, the lone Infernus Marine burnt out the Chaos Lord. Oh boy, okay, we're starting to cause some casualties now, finally, here against the Black Legion. I think it's too late here, but anyway, damage coming through for sure. We fired the Intercessors across here, over at the Bikers, just trying to soften them up, but no damage coming through. There's some wounds, but might pass them all. Just as we began to celebrate, Dreadnought's gone. Why? Mike reminded me, and so he should, do hazardous tests. We passed them all with the Hellblasters and then rolled a 1 for the Dreadnought. It causes 3 mortal wounds. We had 3 wounds left, and we died and removed him from play. That's an awful shame, because I was planning to then charge back into the Bikers or into the captive. Whoever survived across here, I was going to try and charge them with the...
That saddens me now that my captain died.
Oh, man.
Armor Lord died.
This has been a zone of tragedy around here for both sides, but mostly for the Red Scorpions. Okay, in which case, I don't think there's going to be much in the way of charges taking place. No, we'll go for an extreme charge across here. Not going to go ahead. That's the end of the turn. We'll give an update on the score. All right, so end of turn. Established Locust came through. It's worth 4 points. It's really what was worth doing as our points tally is very low. Both of us are struggling on primaries. Are too busy trying to kill each other at this stage. But I think middle and late stage of the game, Mike could be able to reap the rewards here for clearing away large areas of the board. 4 points for primaries takes us to 12 points. 12 points to 13. Red Scorpion's only a point behind, but they have suffered a lot more heavy casualties. End of turn, we're going to the middle stage of the battle. So much has happened already, but we're going to the middle stage of the game for the Black Legion here. Just interrupting movement here for the Black Legion. Overwatch has been done. We'll just give you the moves here. Behind enemy lines and area dinar. Both of those, well, yeah, it's a tricky one because it's bikers and vehicles struggling to get to the middle. Behind enemy lines, though, the band can push through. He's pushed up here 5 inches, then he can close combat and sweep around right into our deployment zone. That's going to be uncomfortable. These moved up. They're the grenade stratagems. They can take the fight to the Inceptors. Forge Fiends moved around. Does have line of sight down this direction. Start laying down some firepower again into these Gravis type units. Didn't Overwatch across here, jumping out and across with the warp talent onto this objective. We let Overwatch go. We kept it for the Hellblasters, waiting for the bikes to move around. But first came the Mauler Fiend, the Forge Fiend. We've shot it, hit it 3 times. Lethal hits go straight through. And on top of that, Lieutenant Dan, with his 2 shots, double 6. 2 lethals coming through from him.
Yeah, it's all flat. Plus.
So do 2 saves from Lieutenant Dan. Well, it's your choice actually, but
you know what? I'll give you this. I'll let you have this.
Thanks, Mike.
What's the minus on it?
You're gonna get covers. You're gonna be 3 up save. Lieutenant Dan, not today. Blocked. These are AP minus 4. 5 inbound save on 3 dice.
Should have kept it for that. Yeah.
God goes through 6 damage, and does it block?
No.
Does not. Okay, target destroyed. And then we're going to do 7 dice of hazardous. And we do it with triple. Oh no. Right, 3 slain. I think they then get to shoot on 3 ups. Mm-hmm. Which they all do. So we're doing this right. I'm going to put my shots into the bikers. 2 shots each. Models have already been removed. There's a load of hazardous, or a load of lethals. 1. That's it.
No,
that's a hit.
So you need to roll out of 1 minute.
No.
Toughness 5. Yeah.
Yep. All right. 3 lethals going straight through. Minus 4, bit of cover. Minus 3, 6 ups. And 1 blocked. 1 goes through. It's just going to slay that model and then put 2 wounds onto another.
Probably not, dude.
Okay. Mike can now move the bikers. The rhino's moved already. It's gone over onto the objective, just tucking away out of trouble. And we'll let Mike finish his move here. So, bikers have moved around and got themselves behind enemy lines. That's why Mike's pushed them in aggressively here, just seeking points of his own as he builds his tally. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Yeah, Forge Fiend in the corner. It's got 8 wounds left. It's fine. I take it it's going after this squad across here. Pretty much in the open, I think. But Dark Pact goes off. 3d3 shots.
3d3 shots.
Just 3. 3s.
3s. So sustained.
Nice.
Toughness.
6.
Toughness 6. 3s now. So devastating plus these 2 minus 3.
So there is cover in between. So minus 2. 5 ups. No. Goodbye. You got to keep them in your list. They're the right detachment, okay? Because you can shut down the return fire from them.
Yeah.
And definitely taking a pair of them working away with their firepower. You get devastating wounds. The strength's pretty good. There's a high rate of firepower, so they're good against everything. Infantry, heavy infantry, vehicles, monsters. Good all-round firepower from the Forge Fiends. They really have excelled themselves here in this game. They've been an absolute blight here against the Red Scorpions. We'll press on. Some more firepower to come. It's really empty in the middle of the board.
I know.
It's a scene of desolation here.
These bikes can see.
Oh, him. Yeah, okay. We'll press on with firepower. So the rest of the firepower is resolved. Grenade stratagem caused 1 mortal wound. Then pistols caused 7 wounds, and we failed 2. So enough to bring down one of the Inceptor Marines. Mike will be glad to see those dropping, cutting down the tactical assets that the Red Scorpions have. Firepower was directed across here and took out the Brave Sergeant from the Infernos squad. And then Bikers managed to cause just a wound against the Hellblasters. Both melter guns missed. That is shooting phase finished. Charges next. An empty battlefield is good for you though. If I'm fighting in this area, it's not good. Abaddon's gone in, smashing into the small intercessor squad. That's our home objective about to go. And then across here, Bikers have gone into everything. They've gone into the Tech Marine. Just put the model onto the board here unpainted, but it's just so we know for sure it's a Tech Marine. Bike's also been able to tap in here against the Gladiator and also into the Hellblasters. We'll resolve these combats next. All right, combat's resolved. One was swift and deadly, the other was pretty even going, and the other one was just plain weird. I'll come back to that in a minute. So Abaddon's sweeping through and his squad tapping into the Gladiator Lancer. Then across here, attacks into the Tech Marine, who survived with a Power Fist coming in from the squad leader from the Bikers, down to 2 wounds left. Hellblasters rolled terribly for their saving throws, loads of 1s and 2s for the wounds that came through. So we lost 4 from that squad, who then shot with bolt pistols and fought back, and I think brought a bike down. Another one's down to 2 wounds left. Yes, 3 Bikers left in that squad. That's the combat going on just across there. And then the weird close combat. Mike charged in, attacked, fouled a dart, packed, 3 died. Then caused 2 wounds against an Inceptor. We attacked back and killed 2 more. So there's actually only 3 models left there in that cultist squad, as they've mostly self-destructed here in this game. It's been entertaining here as they failed multiple dart packs. Then Mike's maxed out on his dice rolling for the casualties coming through. That's combat's resolved here. Again, look at the deadness here in the middle of the board. Hardly anything going on around here. And then the last of the real fighting going on deep in Red Scorpion territory. It's been a wicked battle, there's no doubt about it. What an opening here for the season. Good update on the score. Here, Red Scorpion's not quite wiped out yet. So, points going through, 8 points for primaries, 4 points for behind enemy lines across here with the 2 units, the Bikers and Abaddon's unit getting in. There's another aspect, another angle to this, because this is a league game. We're going to have to fight this one out because the Red Scorpions, or both armies, are really going to try and want to get as many points as they can. The other thing is, Mike doesn't want to get, he's ambitious enough with his Black Legion, I'm sure he is. He doesn't want to win the game with a low score, because the way we're going to play the league, same format as last time. Play 2 games, add the total number of your points together, and then we'll go into a leaderboard, and usually it's the top 8 armies go through. So even if Mike wins this game, which he should, he still needs to get a high score just to try and push his army up the league and the leaderboard here to try and make sure he qualifies and goes through. So there's pressure on both of us here in this game, for sure. We'll press on to turn 3, roll this game on, here to the 3rd turn next for the Red Scorpions. All right, so pressing on here for the Red Scorpions, no prisoners and sabotage. There's 2 cards in play. We played, or paid a CP for adaptive strategy, went into tactical doctrine, which lets us fall back and shoot and charge. But the idea is to land in this terrain and go for sabotage. That's a pretty good move. It's going to get us some points. No points picked up for primaries. Splitting up here to try and get away from the Terminators. Sacrifice this one to move it across. If Mike moves away from our home objective, we'll try and get it back. And then leaving the Bikers, restoring a model with the Apothecary, restoring a wound from a model with the Apothecary as well. Then the Lieutenant has a built-in ability to fall back and shoot with his squad. They pull back across there. And then Gladiator Lancer pulling out close combat. I wish it was able to shoot. Oh, how I wish it was. But it can't, sadly. And then the Tech Marine it's moving through by himself, leaving that combat. We're going to shooting phase next. Yeah, so shooting phase finished. Hellblaster's firepower just wiped the Bikers. Plenty of hits coming through. Caught out in the open. AP -4 and 2 damage. Oh, hazardous. Yes, 2 died. Oh. So, yeah, we'll resolve that in just a second. There was no other firepower, no other charges. End of turn. Sabotage picked up here. Destroyed the Bikers for another 2 points. That takes us to 2 and 6 and 20 points in total. So 20 points to 25 at this stage. So yeah, shots coming through, and we did cause, one of them did get through 2 damage, so 2 wounds taken on one of the Terminators. That is the end of the turn. Terraform came through as well. The Rhino on that objective was achieved. We couldn't get any units to shoot and try and destroy it. So we'll go on to turn 4 for the Black Legion next. Okay, so on turn 4 here for the Chaos Space Marines, they've maxed on primaries. Here come the points. 15 points coming through for them, which is great news for Mike. Recover assets and establish locus. 2 possibilities. We have recover assets, which is performing actions in the 3 zones of the board. Deployment zone, no man's land, and he's not going to move. And he passed battle shock as well. So that's those 2 zones. And then establish locus, the one that I got, which is quite tasty. The Rhino's going to move around the corner and do that one. Terminators here are going to shoot across in this direction, try and wipe out those, and then charge into the Gladiator Lancer. And then we've seen the Forge Fane move round. Mike's going to try and take on the Gladiator across here. We're going to shooting phase next. So shooting phase resolved. The rest of the turn's been resolved. Actually gone on to close combat. It's quite straightforward. Forge Fiend firing through. Fouled a Dark Pact. Yeah. Maxed. Down to 5 wounds left. Caused 6 on me, on the Gladiator. That was a tragedy. Hellblasters are gone. That's firepower from these coming through. Remember, we've got the anti-infantry 4+ for devastating wounds with their firepower coming through. And they split fire as well. So Dark Pact was passed. Tank Marine brought down again with the anti-infantry 4+ devastating wounds. Dangerous enough for mopping up enemy units. So broken up into 2 characters across there, and then charged, and then gone back in again here, taking out the Gladiator Lancer. Abaddon leading the way. I'll give you an update on the score. A healthy amount of points flowing through now for the Black Legion. All right, so end of the turn, points coming through. As we said, 15 points for primaries, and then 3 points coming through for recover assets in 2 zones of the board, and then establish locus for another 4 points coming through. All of a sudden, Black Legion, 49 points to them, 20 points to the Red Scorpions. We'll play this one out. There's not much left here on the board for us. We'll see if there's any possibility of any points coming through. There is some, so we'll keep going. Turn 4 here for the Red Scorpions. So turn 4 here for the Red Scorpions. Aerodynar was drawn, which we dumped, and then drew a fresh card. And so the 2 cards in play was recover assets and extend battle lines. Couldn't go for extend battle lines. You need to have your home objective for that one. Our move's been completed, so we moved down into the no man's land zone and captured that objective. Move these 2 across for recover assets, moving along with one of those. So action, action, and then across here, just jumping down behind enemy lines with these. Maxing out and recover assets for 6 points coming through, taking us to 26 points. It's a low score. There has been worse, though, and 26 points just gives us something potentially to build on leading into the next Red Scorpions battle. End of turn for them. The final turn now for Black Legion. All right, so turn 5 here. Final turn of the game. Defend Stronghold drawn, and Assassination's the other one, which Mike achieved. With these, moved across and then gunned down Lieutenant Dan, just the Apothecary left across there. It's not moving, no reactions going on. Mike happy to sit. Busted on morale with those. Yeah, no, they busted again for another turn, so that's them out of it. Mike just left them where they were. The biggest was across here. Mike shot me and I died, and then Mike blew himself up as he did so with hazardous, yeah, which he did because it was what destroyed him was 3 wounds coming through from devastating wounds from the firepower from the Forge Fiends. They're finally destroyed here, but it's done at the end of the game, and they really have done very, very well here with their firepower. Of the 2 anti-armor combos, the Lancers and yours, the Forge Fiends have done exceptionally well. Great combo. They're in the right detachment. Their firepower's been deadly against everything that they have shot at. We'll give you an update on the score. It's turn 5. So Mike's going to claim Defend Stronghold now because I've got nothing that can go and get him and remove him off your sticky objective anyway, so it's totally fine. 15 points for primaries coming through and 5 points for Assassination for bringing down the Lieutenant. Taking Mike to 72 points. He's been patient in this battle, struggling to get points on turn 1 and turn 2, but driving the Red Scorpions away and then cashing in at the end. 72 points is a noble score here for the Black Legion. We're going to go on to turn 5. There is some possibility of maybe some points coming through here for the Red Scorpions. All right, so turn 5 for the Red Scorpions. It has been worth pressing on. We have managed to pick up some points. What's been an interesting part of this battle has been the race to pick up points in the middle and late stage of the game. I found that very interesting dynamic to the battle, and it's an interesting dynamic for the league, where armies desperately try to pick up points mid-late stage of games, which is great to see. So I've only got 2 units left on the board. These have been heroes. They've been useful assets despite the damage that's been coming through against them. So we jumped out across here to reclaim this objective, OC1 each, and then OC1 here. So we've now grabbed that objective for 4 points. We cycled through, used up all of our selecting a new card and so on for secondaries. We ended up with Marked for Death, which we won't be able to do. Mike's put it on the Rhino, which I can't do enough damage to. The Terminators and the Cultists over in the corner. But we did get Containment. And so instead of shooting, we've jumped across, claimed the objective, contained within 9 inches of this battlefield edge. So bringing in 4 points to the primary, 3 points for containment. So good points grabbing here from the Inceptors. That gives us now a final score for this battle. The game is over. Red Scorpions have lost, but casualties are exceptionally high for both sides. So final score here is 72 points here for Black Legion. That's a good score. That sets them up well for the league, and they can look forward to the next game. It's a good start from them. Revenge of the Imperium. It's chaos that dominates at this early stage. Red Scorpions, we have got 33 points. It's not the end of the world for them. I think armies have gone through on less if they've done well in their second game. So by no means write off the Red Scorpions, and maybe they've just come up against their nemesis here in this game. It's a tough one for any army to go up against Abaddon, especially the Red Scorpions, freshly arrived here on the channel at full strength. They put up a noble fight. They have kicked out the damage. Black Legion have taken heavy casualties for sure, but it's points here that this game revolves around currently for 10th edition, and the Black Legion sweeping aside Red Scorpion resistance in the middle ground, taking the fight right into our territory, and then whilst that's going on, reaping in the points. We did recover some, especially with these. Good work from them, but it was too little too late. Black Legion dominate the table, and they won the game. First victory here for our Season 13 Battle Reports goes to the Chaos Space Marines. So both of us very quick here with our decisions for units of the game. Just going to call out 2 silver level Patreons, names at the end of the game. It's Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. So for the Red Scorpions, honourable mention to the Hellblasters. Good innings from them. Caused a lot of trouble, and they're a dangerous unit. Going to give it, though, I have to give it to these because they raked in so many points for us. It's the 2 squads of Inceptors picking up lots of points and harassing the enemy along the back line. So good work from them here in this battle. And then for the Chaos Space Marines, honourable mention to Abaddon the Terminators. They turned up in pretty good timing this time around, found a gap towards our home objective, and then raked their way through, causing havoc amongst our lines. So good hard work and high impact from those in this game. But it has to go to the Forge Fiends in this battle. Right from the very first round of firepower in the game, they caused absolute havoc amongst the Red Scorpion lines. Anything with Gravis found itself in a load of trouble. So brilliant shooting from them. But they are prone to self-destruction. But they're in the right detachment. Mike can shut down firepower against them. I have to say, couldn't you get a Warpsmith?
People have said yes.
You can bless them with shoot, because they're cheap. +1 to, why am I telling this? +1 to the hit rolls, repairing wounds. You could have them in between, like I've done with my Tech Marine. It's something to really think about. And just to point out, we can adjust lists. This isn't the final list for either of these 2 factions. You can change it. It's finalised, and you have to stick with it once you get through to the knockout stage. So Mike can adapt this list, no problem. Red Scorpions are welcome to do so as well. That's the end of the game. Thanks for tuning in. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel. If you want extra content, do join us on YouTube channel membership. If you're a fan of the channel, want to support us, do join us at any of the tiers, either on Patreon or on membership. It's much appreciated. We exist and can keep going because of the support we get from viewers just like you. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.